Good afternoon, Professor. This is Sriram Gopal. This is my Big Data Assignment 2. This is to demonstrate the usage of Hive. This assignment demonstrates how to read a file and import it into Hive database table. So the queries were given from the tutorial. So I have run the queries. I will demonstrate what each query does and I will show the output at appropriate places. So the first query is create table temp drivers. So this is to create a temporary drivers table. It has a single column. The second query that I ran is load data in path from this path into temp drivers. What this does is it takes the data from drivers.csv from assignment 2. This is the path user slash assignment 2, and it puts the data into temp drivers. So when you run this query, select stars from temp drivers, you will see the result output. So then we are creating a table called drivers, but it has individual columns like driver ID, name, SSN, location, etc. So this will create a table with these columns. The previous table temp drivers had only one column, but this has many columns. Uh, this statement insert override table select. This statement what it does is it takes the data from temp drivers and puts the data in drivers table in appropriate columns. So the first column is name, SSN, location. So data is split according to these conditions and it's put in appropriate columns. So temp drivers table will have the data similar to temp drivers, but it will have in separate columns. Then we are creating a temporary timesheet table. It is also a single column table, and the data for the temp timesheet is loaded from timesheet.csv. It is in this path users slash assignment. So when you run this statement, this file is converted into a Hadoop database table. So I will show uh, before running the statement, there was a file in this path, but after running it, it will be in a Hive warehouse. Then this query is to just see what are the results. Then we are creating a timesheet table. This has separate columns. So again, we are repeating a similar process where we are splitting the data from temporary timesheet to timesheet, and this is putting the data in appropriate columns. So we have several columns in timesheet table. Now that we have a table for drivers details and timesheet details, this query is to sum up for a driver, how many hours he has logged, how many miles he has logged in a year. So this groups by driver ID. So for a driver ID, how many hours, it's summing up the miles and summing up the hours. So then the output of this table, this query will have driver ID, miles logged and hours logged. So we want the furthermore details about the driver. So we are joining the drivers table and timesheet table using the driver ID. So we are taking the driver's name from the first table and combining with the results. So when you run this query, this is the output. So you have driver name, driver ID, total hours, total miles. We will see sample outputs of few more tables. So, so this is what the drivers table looks like. This is what temporary drivers table looks like. As you can see, it's a single column table. So, like I said in the initial stages, there was a CSV file in the path mentioned. It's in user assignment 2. It was here before. There were two CSVs, timesheet and drivers. But then when I ran the load in path statement, they were converted into Hive tables. So we will have that in a separate path. So the files from there have been transformed into Hive tables and it's in Hive warehouse. And as you can see, there are four directories. Each has the corresponding CSV. So this assignment shows how to join two tables after extracting data from CSV files. Thank you.